my sister. I'm your host, David Eckstein, and I'll be interviewing Dave Eckstein now. Only one brother and yet 6 sisters, and he does a very good job of keeping track of all of those siblings and identifying and appreciating their individual traits and talents and all the special things about his siblings. Today we'll be interviewing Dave about his sister Jenny, Jennifer, Vivi. Lots of fun nicknames in the family, of course. With a big family, you've got lots of fun things like that. But as we talk to Dave today, we'll be learning more about Jenny Castro, Jenny Eckstein Castro, his sister, his next oldest sister in the family. And we are delighted to have Dave join us today on our show. So Dave, welcome to the show, and we're glad to have you here today. And I'm happy to be here today, David. Thank you for having me on. Dave, give us a sense of what Jenny did for the family from a leadership standpoint. You always need that one sibling who is wild, who can push the boundaries of what your parents consider acceptable. And that makes it easier for all the other siblings. If there's one wild hair who can, I don't want to say screw up, but just push those borders out a bit and make things crazy and fun. And that was Jenny. She always did that. And I remember this one time, she brought home this cat. It was, she had a cat, and then she couldn't keep the cat. And then she brought it to our house, and the cat's name was Kitty. And then, all of a sudden we had a cat. And that was awesome. And I just thought that was so cool. And now I have a cat named Raja. But I remember when she brought that cat home, and we all hated the cat. We all were the cat was like, and Ginger, our dog, hated the cat, and Ginger loved everyone. But there was Jenny with Kitty saying, "Welcome this soul into our family." And it was. And as you're talking there, I'm looking at my notes, and that was actually Teresa who brought Kitty home. It wasn't Jenny at all. Maybe. Oh yeah, that was Terry. That was Teresa. Yeah, that was Terry. Terry, she's so awesome. Oh God. With Kitty and Dave, give me a sense of some of the things that Jenny taught you or instilled upon you, things that you learned from her, things that you kept with you forever that were important in your life. Humor, music, love. When we were kids, or when I was a kid, Jenny's much older than me, she had the sheer willpower and the determination and the talent and just the patience to teach me piano. And that wasn't an easy thing because I was a very hyperactive kid. And there was Jenny sitting on that wobbly piano bench. I still remember how she used to make me wash my hands, and good old Jenny with the piano lessons. I wouldn't know music today if it weren't for Jenny. Actually, I'm let's see here, checking my notes. It says that Mary taught you the piano, not Jenny. In fact, it says here that Jenny was especially bad at piano and was asked never to touch the piano again. That Mary taught you piano, and oh, that's right. That was Mary. That was Mary. Yes, Mary. Mary's the one who taught me piano. Okay, I get them confused sometimes. So yeah, Jenny. Actually, Jenny sucked at piano. She was horrible. She used to play that Silver Skate song all day long, and it was so. And I remember Whoopi used to be like, "Dude, can you play another song?" It was like da 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 da. Oh my God, she knew one song. It was Silver Skates. She didn't teach me piano? Oh my God. No. A quality or a trait or a characteristic, something about Jenny that helps to bond the family, something that's either fun or embarrassing or... Oh, yes. So one of the wonderful things about Jenny is her humility always comes out. And here's an example. So we're at a birthday party or a family gathering or Thanksgiving, Christmas, a lot of big family functions. And someone will tell a joke and there's Jenny. She's the last one to get it. And we're all looking at her thinking, oh, gosh, poor Jenny. Come on, Jenny, you know this joke. And that's her trademark. It's just it's so beautiful, though. I love that about her because it's just this refreshing humility where she's like, I don't get this joke. Help me. And she looks like I guess like a poor, destitute kitten that needs a little love. And then we explain the joke, and everyone laughs. And so I don't mean to keep correcting you, but that the notes that I have, at least, that was Kathy, who was really bad at getting the jokes, not Jenny. It says here Kathy is an idiot when it comes to humor, and she's very smart, but people have to explain the jokes to her. That's Kathy, right? Oh, right. That's definitely Kathy. That's definitely Kathy. That's her. That's why I love Kathy. Okay, so Dave, tell us about a gift, a gesture of love, something that Jenny did for you, maybe at a younger age. So this is something that's, it's very special to me. When I was a teenager, Jenny bought me a guitar, and there's this story about me getting a basketball and crying as a kid, and I did that. I did cry when I got my first new basketball because I always got Roland's hand-me-downs, and I loved that basketball. But the guitar was so special because it was another gift that said, hey, I recognize you're good at music, and here's a gift from me to you. And for a sister to give a brother a guitar, it was awesome. I love that guitar. I still have it. And I've bought many other guitars to develop that skill. And that's one thing Jenny and I always had in common was our love of playing guitar and just messing around and being funny and creative. Yes. Sorry, this is getting embarrassing, but my notes here say that Beth was the one who gave you the guitar. Beth was very good at guitar. Jenny, there's no skill anywhere on this that it would indicate that Jenny even played the guitar. Oh yeah, that was definitely Beth. That was Beth. Yeah, I love Beth. She's awesome. She was so good at guitar. Yeah, Jenny wouldn't know what way to hold a guitar. That's the funny thing. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. No. Jenny was a very talented musician. Yes, definitely a really smart person and really good at music. Yes, she was. Wow. Really good. So, moving on, Dave, tell us a little bit about the importance of the bond that you shared with Jenny. Maybe a shared common experience. It was very important to me when we were kids. So, you're in a big family again, and there's 8 kids, and so you sort of pair up. There were 5 bedrooms in our house. Now, it was really 4 bedrooms. The basement was sort of like, obviously set off from the rest of the house. So you had your own private, it was almost like a fortress of solitude. And Jenny and I shared a bedroom for many years. And I remember all the nights we stayed up and talked. And, you're figuring out things as a kid. And it's good to have a sibling there as a sounding board, someone to provide advice, as a man, a young man. And That was Jenny. She and I shared a room, and I remember missing her when she went off to college when I was in 5th grade and thinking, well, now I have the room to myself, but this magnanimous presence is gone from my life, off to Fairfield. And I mean, you shared a room with Jenny, or was it Roland, your brother? I was led to believe that it was Roland that you shared a room with for, it says here, down in the basement next to that guinea pig infested hellhole, underneath in the bowels of the house, what smelled like crap and had mold all around. You two were the only sons. Oh, yeah, that was Roland. That was Roll. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was Roll. That was so cool to share a room with him. Okay, so tell us about an underlying virtue of Jenny's that was unique to her, that she brought to you. I would have to say it was definitely her generosity. She was this giving person, and I remember when I was a student at Notre Dame, so I'm out in Indiana, she would send these big shoe boxes full of cookies to me. I mean, enormous. And that, she'd made them in Whoopi's kitchen, which was nice. And she had big feet. She had this huge, monstrous paddle toe. So she had to get these enormous shoes. And she would take the shoe boxes, and then she'd bake all these awesome chocolate chip cookies. And every time she got running shoes, it was awesome for me because I would get this big batch of cookies and this monstrous, paddle toe giant shoebox. And, she also, it wasn't just me. I know she used to make Rolly, my older brother, she used to make him lunch. He had a summer job. He had 2 summer jobs, and he would, he was starving. And every morning in the summer, she would wake up as a kid and make him lunch every single day. I mean, who does that? Who does that indeed? Who does that? Actually, that was Amy who did that. Amy sent you the cookies and the big shoe boxes, the big paddle toe shoe boxes, and she was the one who woke up and made Roland breakfast every day for his summer jobs. It wasn't Jenny at all. It was Amy. That was Amy. That's right. I always get them confused. That was not Jenny. Jenny never did that. No. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of She's My Sister. We want to thank our guest, Dave Eckstein, and remind you that next week we have a special guest, Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker will be here to talk about his movie sister, Princess Leia. Sort of an interesting love triangle there. Until then, thank you, and we'll see you next week on She's My Sister. So, Jen, I hope you realize that you're all of that stuff. You always push boundaries for us to make us better people. You are always there for us. You make me laugh and smile, and you bring music into my heart, make me feel better. You're just like an incredible sister, and a great aunt, and a great mom, and all that stuff. But selfishly, best sister in the world. So Merry Christmas. I love you, and I'm the luckiest son of a bitch in the world. And I know right now Whoopi's thinking, I'm not a bitch. He just called himself a son of a bitch. But literally, I am the luckiest son of a bitch in the whole world. So thank you. Merry Christmas.